Early voting is underway in many states across the country. According to the Board of Elections in New York City, more than 314,000 people had already cast their vote as of Monday. This includes voters from the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, and Staten Island. Some voters in the New York City area say they waited in line for hours. States across the country are seeing a surge of early in-person voting and mail ballots because of the pandemic. Early voting in New York City continues through November 1st. For more on this, I want to bring in Christine Chung. She's a reporter for The City. Hi there, Christine. Welcome. You've spoken to voters in these lines. What do they have to say about why they've decided to vote this way, and in some cases, wait hours to do so?
Thank you for having me. This past couple months has been really characterized by a litany of voting issues. There's been particularly disenfranchisement issues when it comes to absentee ballots over the past couple months. In the June primary, hundreds of thousands of ballots were tossed out because of missing information, postmark issues, and even most recently, a couple of weeks ago, many voters in Brooklyn received absentee ballots that were improperly addressed to the wrong person. So I think that all in all, many of these events are not exactly encouraging confidence in voters to trust absentee ballots in the USPS system. So from what we're hearing at various poll sites, the various 88 early voting poll sites across the city, voters are really talking about their trepidation in trusting the system and that they prefer to show up in person, even if that means potentially risking their health and showing up to vote in person.
Well, New York City's Board of Elections reported last night that over 314,000 people had already voted early. How significant is that figure, especially when you consider that early voting is going to continue until November 1st?
Mm-hmm. That is a really significant number. It's notable that this is the first time that New Yorkers have the opportunity to vote early in a presidential election. It rolled out for the first time last year, I think, in a local race. So this is the first wide-scale opportunity that early voting is being used in New York. That number has increased to 349,000 people as of today, this afternoon. So we're seeing that uptick, I guess, by the hour, really. And we're only on day 4 of early voting, which means that over the next 5 days, when early voting concludes on Sunday, we are poised to see this number rise exponentially.
Well, let's turn to some local races now. New York's 11th congressional district covers Staten Island and part of Brooklyn. It's typically a Republican district. Now, Democrat and Army veteran Max Rose is facing a challenge from Republican Nicole Malliotakis, a vocal Trump supporter. If you're in the tri-state area, you cannot escape the commercials from both sides. But how close, Christine, is this race?
This race is one that is deeply contentious. It's a swing district. Staten Island obviously is deeply Republican, but Max Rose is a Democrat and won a couple years ago. The same kind of key issues that are appearing in the presidential election, so the Black Lives Matter movement, defunding police, COVID-19, the government's pandemic response these have been the key issues that have marked this campaign. But also the amount of money and negative attack ads that have been, I guess, materializing in this campaign these last couple of months has been really quite notable, which really exemplifies that it is quite a close race and one to watch.
And in New York's 1st congressional district, Republican incumbent Lee Zeldin is running against Democrat Nancy Goroff. Now, this district covers part of Long Island, including the Hamptons. What can you tell us about this race, and what do Democrats think their chances are of winning a seat here?
This district has also been a swing district in the past. This is an incumbent, Representative Lee Zeldin, and Nancy Goroff, I believe, is a first-time politician who is basically running as a referendum on Zeldin and the district as it stands right now. As I understand it, this isn't a particularly close race, a tense race, and the same kind of issues, police reform, Black Lives Matter, the pandemic response have been really heated in this race as well.
All right, a lot to watch. Christine Chung, thank you so much, Christine. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.